Alright Hosses, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Mongo to use with the JetBrains IDE. So I know a lot of you guys have WebStorm. I'm actually going to be using IntelliJ for these tutorials since I already had it installed on my computer, but the process is pretty much the same no matter what JetBrains IDE you have. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to install the Mongo plugin. So go to File, Settings, and under your plugins it's called Mongo Plugin. How creative. So I actually already have it installed, but you guys are going to see an install button. Again, I have an uninstall button because I already have it installed. So click the install button, it's going to install, and after it does, I believe you need to restart your IDE. So close out of it, restart it, and once you do, you're going to have this panel right here called Mongo Explorer. So click this, and from here you're going to want to adjust the settings. So it's that little wrench button with a little gear. Click this, and right now what we need to do is we need to give it a path to the Mongo executable. And if you guys watched my last tutorial, then you guys already know where this is. So you can either type it in or click this little three little dots, and that's going to open up a little explorer. So it's in the hard drive, program files, MongoDB, server, bin, server 3.0 bin, in mongo.exe. So hit OK. You can actually test it. Got that little green check mark. It says everything is working good. This executable is fine. So after this, we need to set up a server configuration. So click this plus button right here, and it already has default port and location set up. So the only thing we need to do is give it a label. So this is pretty much just an identifier, so you can if you have multiple configurations, you can identify the different ones. I'm just going to name this localhost, keep things real simple, and hit OK. So we now have a configuration looking good. Hit apply and OK. So as you can see, we now have a local host right there. From here, we can actually right click this and choose, well, before we do that, we actually need to start the server. So in your command line, if you just type MongoD and hit enter, our MongoD database is now running. So now what we can do is go back in JetBrains, right click, connect to server, and once we do, we're going to see this right here. So if you click this and click this button right there, it's going to open up your Mongo shell. In other words, in the last tutorial when I showed you guys how to run Mongo, that little command line program, and you could type your commands, well, this is pretty much the same thing. It's just a little bit cooler version. So again, just like before, you can type db, and to run, you actually just click this green button, and it says local, and this is where we're going to be typing all of our commands. And the reason I like this as well is because you can actually type multi-line commands, and it doesn't execute after every single line. You can choose when you want to run it. So it's a lot easier. If you guys don't have this IDE, well, you probably wouldn't even be watching this tutorial. You probably would have quit a long time ago. But if you don't have it and you're just watching this for fun, I highly recommend getting WebStorm. It is a really awesome IDE. So now you got everything set up. In the next video, we're going to start learning some Mongo commands. It's going to be awesome.